接 just do
他直接 just do it there.
Like in the classroom.
Yeah, 他 just open 好像一个 toilet bowl 这样啦。Then he start taking a stick and then scratch my wooden door. Nobody like dare to stand up to him. Then I was so angry because until today the door still got scratch. I opened the door and I shout at him. I say, "Go off!"
This is a lot of effort also. 你要去晒那个鱼。
The fish is not bought from the market one.
Yeah.
It's not from the
Yeah.
On this episode of Get It Out,
Yes.
we are talking about petty revenge.
Wow, and that's why we invited very petty people.
来，we invite 这个姐妹花啦。
Oh, okay.
Jodie is not new in our channel.
Yeah.
She actually was our guest in the Perth Travelogue.
Yes, correct.
When they spent a night together.
Yes, correct.
You don't want to explain.
Don't need.
You just leave it there.
Don't need.
You just leave it there.
She just leave it
She got husband on it. Today we are going to read on some petty revenge. These are stories that people take on revenge on their friends or whoever that let them down lah. And then we will also rate how good the revenge is with our tier.
Oh, we're going that way.
We go that way. We go that way.
Okay.
But before we start, I want to ask you all, have you all ever did any sort of revenge?
我有讲过这个 story 过，
你呢？
多次了。
You pee inside the shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, I feel like I heard this story.
Yeah, I said too many times already. Basically, long story short, they bully me lah.
They bully you, they bully you.
Basically. And then very long time ago, when I was in poly,
Yeah.
I peed in their shampoo bottle.
And then they use.
Wait, so they don't know that?
They don't know.
Until today, they don't know. Maybe if they watch this, they'll know.
I feel like girls are sure have one.
Girls one is 我觉得 girl 的比较 petty.
Like I said, I didn't act out on that revenge, but I almost.
You almost did.
Yeah, the first one that came to my mind. So I was seeing this guy, my ex, what the ex? Okay, not really ex, just a date. Then he wanted to like date exclusively and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there was this.
then 你不要。
I'm scared to hear
At
this
first I
story.
don't want. At first I don't want because I just got out of a relationship,
Okay,
so I
okay.
wanted to take things slower.
Okay.
But I was okay to see how it progressed.
Okay.
Yeah, so there was this day he went to a club. Then I wasn't there, but I saw that there's this girl who was also there on that day. Then I went
A
to
random
DM her.
girl.
No, I know her because she's also like kind of influencer.
Right.
Okay.
Wow,
okay.
We starting off like that.
Okay, you go on then.
Yeah, so basically she was there on that day. I just went to reply her story. I'm like, hey, you are there. Like, hey, there's this guy that I'm seeing. Like, you can just see how he's like. Because I don't know whether like he got flirt with girls or like before like I date with him exclusively. Okay, then she even like went up close and like take a photo of him and said, is this guy right? Then I'm like, yeah. So basically right, the next day right, I found out
They
that.
slept.
Yeah. Then she slept with him. There was this another ex that's there. Then he's friends with the girl that slept with that guy.
Wow, that's.
Yeah, so she was the one that read out to me that, hey, this girl go and sleep. And then she was telling him about how much she wanted to like fuck him.
Oh.
Because she knew
You
that
should have submitted
he's
your
smart.
story. Your story is more juicy than
Yeah, you should have
90% of
submitted your
ours.
story.
No, that's actually
okay,
more.
okay.
So I went to like confront her, like, hey, why you do this, that kind of thing. Because at first, girls to girls, I thought got like the girl code. Like I thought she was there to like, help me see how he is.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect her to like go and do this kind of thing behind my back. When I found out and I confronted her, right, she didn't apologize. She was not apologetic at all. The only reason she said was, because me and him, we are not exclusive. So
But
it's
to
okay
be
to...
fair, right? I'm thinking on the guy's point of view.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm the guy. I'll be like, but you say you don't have exclusive what?
No, as in like girl to girl
Yeah.
wise. You see the company.
Oh, you more towards angry. Okay,
I was more pissed off at the girl.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? Like, you got want to like do anything?
Okay, so basically...
Like intrusive
oh yeah, I haven't even finished.
Yeah,
Wait,
the revenge, what's the
yeah,
revenge?
okay. She went to post like some TikTok about how like proud she is to still on another guy, something like that, something
so
along
big,
that line.
eh?
Yeah, with like those, like some music that's like
those
really
first track,
like purposely for me to see. Then I was damn angry and damn annoyed. Then I wanted to do like another TikTok to like indirectly say
okay,
her.
okay.
So the thing is, I filmed that TikTok already.
But
It's in my drafts, but I never post.
And this one
Yeah. So I didn't do
Okay.
it because I feel like I didn't want to give her that attention.
Yeah.
I vote for you. S for
I
slut.
said S. Huh?
S for slut.
S
The girl.
for-
The girl is slut.
The girl.
Oh, the girls. Okay.
Slut. Let's start with the first story then. This story is from Faves. This happened 2+ years ago when I was still close friend with this girl from uni. She's the kind of friend who can never be happy for their friend, always make offensive jokes, and saw nothing wrong with it. She used to make fun of how I look like and say things like, hanging out with you make me look pretty. Once she even said I was too ugly to get a man because I was single throughout poly and uni. I just laughed it off, but to be honest, I was really upset about it. When she got her boyfriend, it got worse. She kept bragging about how she can leave me alone with him and nothing would happen. happened because I wasn't his type. Like, who the fuck says that? One night, we all went to club. She wandered off somewhere and I ended talking to her boyfriend. He was actually nice to me, asked questions and treated me pretty nice. After that, we were texting quite frequently and we hung out secretly after, and eventually it happened. I suppose sex lah.
So sounds like the story.
Yeah. She found out later and went crazy, called me names, blocked me, and told everyone I was a slut. Her boyfriend also broke up with her. Apparently, he lost feelings, plus their relationship was toxic. Now we have been together for 2 years. She said no man would want me. Well, I managed to beg her man. What would you do if you have a friend who always talks down on you and make you feel bad about yourself?
If she stole someone's man,
I don't know, is it on purpose though? Because her so-called best friend keep telling her.
there's an intention to it lah.
I don't know leh. I actually on her side
Lan jiao.
No, you know why not? Because after years of being verbally abused and you are my best friend oh fuck that. I won't see you as my friend anymore.
No, but the friend one thing, but still link the boyfriend is another thing.
I don't know.
But I feel like you link these two together.
Right.
You just finding excuse.
I don't
You
know.
want to sack the boyfriend, you don't use this as excuse.
Okay, so what are your thoughts? Because the question here is like, what will you do if your friend keep talking down on you?
If I want to take revenge, right, I'll take revenge in the way where it's similar. Like for example, let's say you talk down to me, like say like I'm short and ugly.
I always do.
Then I will say like, I say your hair for example.
Yeah.
Then you say I'm fat, I say your hair so ugly.
Okay.
You know, like same
same
same level.
You cannot
It's like,
overdo it lah.
if you say like, hey, I short and fat, then I go and steal Sherilyn. Don't make sense. So I think it's just an excuse. But I feel like you don't have the happiness, that kind of thing. Like something that you lack of lah.
That being said, will you all think right, is more of the guy's fault or more of the girl's fault?
Both.
Both.
Because the guy started talking to her in the club.
Yeah.
But I think the girl had the intention to steal the man also.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's like it takes two hands to clap.
Yeah.
If you want to clap, would you say it's the left hand or the right hand do more work? It's the same.
I always feel like when in this type of situation, when you are talking to an opposite sex friend, right, and then you start talking about your relationship problem, right, that's a red flag already. Because you are inviting already. Okay, let's say you tell me about your problem with your girlfriend. That's fine because we are both guys.
But what if, right? Okay, I'm not saying I do this, I'm not saying I do this. But like, what if like
you want to know a girl's perspective?
yeah, you want to know a girl's
okay.
perspective. Some girl will also talk to guys about relationship.
I would right if this girl that I'm talking to right is like much older than me
Why
or
must
not
be older?
or much younger than me or whatever, right, but not in my radar. Like I won't possibly date this person.
But it's like-
maybe my
It is weirder.
lady
That's weirder.
Maybe,
It must be the
okay.
same age, what? Maybe you in the same situation, ma.
Maybe it's like my friend's mother. Maybe I will share. I wouldn't want to.
The mother taken.
Okay. Let's say I got problem with Charlene. I would not want to talk to Charmaine or
Yeah.
Jodie. I don't want to bring my problems to
But
them.
you'll talk to Jody's mother about it.
You know, maybe I will. If I'm close lah. Let's say if I'm close lah.
Okay.
If I'm close lah, it cannot be in the realm of the possibility that people will 误会.
So like for example, that girl also know your girlfriend. So
Yeah.
it makes sense, ma. Because I want a third person view. Then just nice, you are a female,
Yeah.
and you know my girlfriend.
Right.
Then it makes sense to ask advice from you.
Yeah lah. Then it must be
But
really
it's not also friend mah.
purely platonic.
It's about the intention lah when
Yeah.
you tell your relationship.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a very good idea.
What?
Nowadays, very loose in this kind of thing. I realize,
What?
right, everybody is using ChatGPT for every single thing.
Yes.
I've seen couples fight, right? Then the girl will go and type on ChatGPT and say,
Whose fault is it?
yeah.
Really?
Really? Dennis got do one.
Then let ChatGPT judge who's right.
Yeah.
who's wrong.
And then, right,
How many times you lose?
no, very good. ChatGPT, my friend neutral. So, right,
It looks like one.
yeah. So I like get away a few times.
Thanks to
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
thanks to ChatGPT.
So you just code based on ChatGPT are not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But of course the prompt must be neutral lah.
Yeah, it has to be neutral
Yeah,
lah.
so sometimes ChatGPT, right, not bad.
Okay, so back to the question. She say, what will you do if you have a friend who always talk down on you and make you feel about yourself?
This one is true advice. When I was in poly or secondary school or even primary school, right, I'm not the best looking, I'm not the skinniest, I'm not the fittest, right? I use very nice words. But like, to me, I feel like when people talk down to you, it's just an area of improvement. Like, I feel lah. It's-
But if they say you short, there's nothing you can do to improve it. Right?
yeah, then I don't get affected by it. But things like I fat, I can do something about it, right? Which obviously I don't.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. It's like it's either I do something about it or I don't let it affect me. If
Okay.
it affect me, then I should do something about
Okay,
it.
okay.
Then I wouldn't think like if the person is saying it to me, there must be some sort of truth to it.
Right.
Then do I let it affect me? If I let it affect me, I'll do something about it so it doesn't affect me.
Okay.
If it doesn't affect me, then I don't care lah. So
Right.
whatever people throw at you, right, I think you need to take in with a pinch of salt.
It seems like you are now in a relationship with a boyfriend. I don't know whether to give you my blessings or not. Are you giving me my blessing?
I would say maybe he gonna do to you next time.
Okay, so how will you rate this story?
Wait, we are rating based on what?
Yeah, based on what?
Like how sweet is the revenge, is it?
Juicy.
Okay, how rabak is the revenge? Let's put that as a.
Bad. Because I think like this kind of thing is more common.
Yeah.
Like sleeping
Yeah.
around.
And I think it's young, you're still young. So it's not at
Still
the
exploring.
married level with kids. That one rabak. But this one I say young lah, puppy love.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll go with B. I'll go with
B
B.
lah. B lah. For the next story is by Amarina, 18 years old. To take revenge on a girl who bullied, physical and verbal abused me for close to 2 years. I poured my urine and feces in her school bag, glued her Chromebook together and her textbook pages together. My have went overboard. My have you think?
You went overboard.
I think it's an S.
Yeah.
But your S.
But that was the only revenge I have done throughout the 2 years of getting bullied every day by her. I was not a quiet girl, but I am more observant, so I was often mistook as the quiet girl. Because of that label, I was not suspected for that incident.
Ooh.
Oh, smart. Also because I did it when everyone else was in the parade square while I snuck into class to do what I did. I don't regret it, but I won't do it again in the future as that was my childish behavior that I have already learned from. I told the teachers about her behavior, yet no one took any actions, and the bullying just got worse. But what do you think I could have done better? Throw in your vomit as well. You put the urine and the feces.
I think you've done your part. I
Salute lah.
How did she collect the urine and feces?
Yeah.
I don't even want to know lah.
Go to the toilet.
plastic bag lah,
Plastic bag.
plastic
Then she
bag.
pour it back in the
She-
bag.
or maybe 他直接 just
她直接 just do it there.
Like in the classroom.
Yeah, 他 just open 好像一个 toilet bowl 这样啦
Because she said everybody was at toilet.
Just
Yeah lor,
like
yeah
she
lor.
need to shit.
Yeah, but the thing is how you wipe your ass after that.
Yes, yeah.
With the textbook.
With the textbook pages.
Right.
If she's 18, right, this must have happened when she was in secondary
I
school.
think
14,
Cause
15.
parade square 嘛。
我觉得你很厉害，你是我的传言人。
Okay, I never heard
Because
before.
我也是批在人家的 shampoo bottle.
Oh, hi.
And I think these kind of revenge are the sweetest. You know why? Not? Because comparable to the previous one, right? They are toxic. That one is like 你偷人家男朋友，
Mental damage, mental damage.
他 like the girl went bonkers because you stole the guy, ma.
Right.
But I pee in her bottle.
Right.
She don't know.
Wait, but
So she do a lot leh. She
Yeah
did
lah.
quite a lot of things
and
eh.
she shit.
She glued the
Yeah.
whole book.
Okay,
whole book. And all the textbook.
Actually, this requires quite a lot of planning.
Yeah, correct.
And yeah,
planning.
it's damn detailed.
The bullying she suffered, right, could be quite
It must be
formal.
quite bad, yeah.
For her to plot
Correct.
until like that, to this
Yeah.
level. Your that pee in the shampoo was at the moment, is it? Or you
Yeah,
got
in the
plot?
moment.
It was like
Really in the
she
moment
ha,
lah.
ha, ha.
So it's like
And I like baby, I know, see why this person hey, fuck lah.
yeah. This one looks like at night, she down there thinking like,
Yeah,
what to do?
how should I do this?
What time?
Yeah, what time?
Which
Yeah.
curriculum?
Yeah, it's
yeah,
planned.
true.
It's planned.
Okay.
And she was secondary school.
Let's talk about the revenge first. How can she have done better? I feel he and she all this right is just a very physical bully.
So what do you suggest?
I don't know. I'm not that evil. I don't know. It seems like you in the moment can think of
Actually, it's quite
It's quite.
seriously.
I feel like pee
Yeah.
and shit quite bad already.
quite mental. Ah.
Yeah.
You'll be
I'll
like,
be traumatized.
I'll be
if I'm her, I'll be damn traumatized.
like you open your mouth suddenly
yeah.
got shit.
I think I don't want to go school already.
How really? Ah?
Yeah, I'll
That
be
bad
like,
ah?
yeah.
Everyone will remember you as the backpack.
Yeah,
with
correct. With shit.
You will cry ah?
I will cry.
100%.
Of
Yeah,
course.
confirm will cry.
I might cry also.
Really ah?
Wow, this is crazy because right, when you're in secondary school, right, how does the bully usually?
For guys, very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just beat up the guy.
It's
Another
just
guy. That's
physical.
it.
I told you.
Guys is just like
Yeah,
that.
really, it's just be
Girls are the one that is very vicious.
I don't really see in my time, right? Don't really see girls bullying each other. At most, right, it's very like verbal,
Right.
or like online.
Right.
就是那种 like I post you, you
Oh,
post.
because your time you all got internet. My
Yeah.
time no internet. Their revenge or their bullying are very vicious one. Like one of my female classmate, right, fight with another girl. She burned her hair.
Like
So she at the whiteboard writing thing, right. She like the attendance, right. The hair hang out, right. The girl just
What the f-
put the flame, but she didn't know, right, that hair is very flammable. And she got hairspray. Oh, God, yeah. She cried like fuck. Never come school for 3 months plus.
Because more common, it's just like we just like don't friend you, then like
Yeah.
don't talk to you.
normally it's
Then like you feel very left out, like nobody go recess with. Then I'll just go to the toilet and hide until the recess over.
Have you experienced that before?
yeah.
You said very realistic. So really, I got people bully you that. Or you were initially part of this
Yeah,
friend
I
group.
was just
Then they
initially
outcast
part of,
you.
Yeah, then they outcasted me like
Why?
without any reason. They just suddenly don't want to be your friend or something.
哦，不要跟你做朋友。
Yeah, then I think for girls, right, usually you go recess with a group, ma.
Yeah.
That's why you got nobody to go recess with. Then I just don't go to a canteen to eat by myself. Then
Then what you do?
I just go to the toilet. Then I talk to the toilet auntie.
So sad. I feel very sad.
It's quite sad.
Really?
Can you take a moment, of silence for this moment, please?
I think a moment.
Just 10 seconds.
I really feel sad. Wow, wow,
Hey, at least
wow.
now I got your guys to talk to.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
need to talk to toilet.
We are comparable to toilet aunties lah.
Girls' school confirm worse.
Yeah.
Cause the
Oh, you're from a girls' school.
I was from a primary school, girls' school.
Oh.
Yeah. So outcasting is very normal.
they confirm will discuss like, hey, this girl got outcasted, that girl
Yeah.
got outcasted.
Oh, they were like,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's too obvious already.
Yeah,
like,
suddenly like you eat, but
Yeah.
one person eat.
Then
by
they will ask
herself.
like, why is she alone?
Yeah, they will gossip.
everyone got cliques on one.
Yeah.
Then suddenly you not eating.
Okay, but to be honest, you all got, let's say in your secondary school life, have you all outcasted anyone?
No.
Outcasted.
Because you all kena, let's say you say you kena
No, because I
outcasted.
don't have a lot of friends. I don't have anybody to outcast.
This is sad. This is sad.
Nobody to have a lot of friends. Like maybe I only got like 2.
Okay lah, don't need to have. Don't need to have.
Who's the crowd?
It's good already. Very good already.
You know, Jodie was telling me like this 2 days ago. Like she was telling me, I see you more than I see my mom.
I suddenly remember this story. I stand up to a bully. And
Wow.
I was the hero in that story.
The one that go your house one, that one.
Yeah, same before.
Yeah, you go your
Oh,
house.
shit.
You can say lah, you can say what that one.
So what happened was I was being outcasted at the very start. I don't know about everybody, right? But when I was in primary school, right, they have this like family tree thing. It's a very
Family
childish thing.
Like you know Facebook like relationship. This one my brother, my
okay.
sister.
So like maybe this classmate is my mother, this classmate is my father, then there's brother and sister. So the whole class is a family. So as someone that I'm a sociable person, right, I want to be there. Right? You know when you primary school you got the metal chain, the rubber one,
The
elastic one.
Oh, the
hang-
wallet one.
wallet
Oh,
one.
yeah. Okay.
The spring one.
Yeah.
Then he'll always use that to hit people. And he used the metal part to hit people. But I don't know why he's the head of the family because I think it's ranked according to like your age. Because my birthday in December, so they never consider me, too young for that shit. One day, I went up to the head and say like, hey, can I join the group? He said, can. Yeah, I was a bit loser, no friend. But I need to do something.
Okay.
I talk to the toilet. So I went up to him and I was like, can I join the group? And he said, can $10. Come on.
$10.
That's a lot for primary
For
school.
primary school,
Yeah.
that was like my 财产eh. I gave $10. So I was added to the group. But I was being bullied lah, with the metal chain and that kind of thing. Then like I felt very sad. But then I decided one day, okay, I'm gonna win them over. I asked a few of them to come over to my house to play games. I purposely never invite him. Then he came to my house doorstep. Then like I don't know how he found out lah. Then I locked the wooden door there. Then he started taking a stick and then scratched my wooden door. Nobody like dare to stand up to him. So he was scratching my door. Then I was so angry because I scared my parents scold me. Because the door had scratched. Until today, the door still got scratched. I opened the door and I shout at him. I said, fuck off! Because I was so angry. Like, what the fuck? You want to come in, you knock or what? Like, if you bang the door, I was so angry.
Like exact words is fuck off.
I think I used vulgarities. I was like, fuck off! Don't come here! You scratched my door eh! Then he's chot you. Cause like the boy who has no friends,
Yeah.
always gonna bully, suddenly stand up. Then from then on, right, he wasn't in the group anymore.
Yeah.
Then we started to gossip about him. Like, that guy.
So he
You
became the
become the head,
outcast.
he became the outcast.
Then he go talk
I never
to-
become the head lah. I still the small.
Then he go talk to toilet auntie.
He probably the toilet auntie also don't talk to him. Yeah. So then everyone talk to me like, hey, yeah, that guy actually bully us a lot. He always used the chain. Then everybody like, okay, slowly stop becoming friends with him. And then friend group now until today, my closest friends.
Oh, okay.
So lucky I paid the $10.
We already talked about what she could have done better for revenge, right?
Yeah.
How about her behavior?
I think good enough.
Good enough.
S. Behavior S.
Really?
S for asshole.
This one is an S on you, but okay lah, quite
I
extreme.
think it's an S because it's very extreme.
Yeah, it's quite extreme.
I think it's an S, right? Mainly the revenge is sweet.
Okay.
As sweet as hell because you took your revenge.
Yeah. No one caught.
Nobody knew.
There were no consequences.
Yeah, we're not talking about, is she right or wrong,
Yeah.
But so I think it's an S tier revenge for me.
S tier.
S tier.
I also
I
agree.
think S also.
S tier.
Yeah.
Because she didn't get
I
caught.
want to know more of your revenge next time.
This person is Phoebe. So, my best friend is a selfish person. She'll remember me when she needs something, like borrowing money or sharing Netflix with me without paying back. And since I earn well and I consider her my friend, I thought this was just my way of telling her I'm a friend and I never bothered. There was once my parents were going through a divorce and I just wanted her to be there, just to lend a listening ear. However, she was too busy and when I complained, she dead ass told me, you are always finding ways to be unhappy. That crossed the line for me. After all the times I supported her, her. I was shocked to hear that that's what she thought of me. Finding ways to be unhappy. So me being me, I started logging her out of her Netflix. Changed my password. She asked I share the password but would log out every day. She even tried OTP-based login, and I, as a good friend, never denied sharing OTP with her. However, as soon as she logs in, I will log her out. She's baffled now. She has no clue what's going on. Should I just keep up with this, and maybe when she finds me no longer useful to her, then we'll drift apart? Or should I just cut her out of my life right now?
Wow, it's so much effort to do that.
Yeah, obvious. Just cut her out lah.
Yeah.
It's so much effort.
Yeah, 你不会累
This is a minor inconvenience. It doesn't even change her life.
Correct.
She might not even say, 你没有不讲哦，去问 another person 哦 waste a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, correct.
You give her the login, she log in, then you log her out.
Then you still need OTP.
Yeah, and then you cannot press the log out all accounts. You have to log out that specific place. You have to look at all the IP. Wow, very 麻烦
Now it makes me think. I think Nigel do the same thing to me.
Really? You share account?
Yeah, I share account with Nigel. Then I always need to ask Nigel
Why
for
always kena log out?
why ah?
That means he's doing this to you.
He's doing-
He's scared to say no to you.
This is his story.
This is his story. This is Nigel's story.
It's not TV. It's Nigel.
I think this revenge.
The revenge is on you, yeah. You are more inconvenient.
Yeah, I think she revenging you.
Yeah, she is revenging
Yeah,
you.
I think this one is a D for me.
Yeah.
Do anything for yourself. You
Yeah.
bring inconvenience.
I think the person that's more inconvenient is you.
Yeah.
You just need to type hi. Can I log back in? Then you need to like, okay, 给你一个 password，然后我又再 log 你 out.
It takes 30 seconds for her, but it probably take 5 minutes for you.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Can I ask you this question? 你开心吗？
你开心吗？
Are you happy or not? Are you happy?
Or you finding ways to be unhappy?
I think this one do something even more. You know what would be even more check up?
What?
You mess up her.
You see what she watching.
What she
right?
watching.
Then you
Then you
change the.
Change the
Timing,
timing.
yeah.
Move the timing.
That one even faster
Yeah.
for you, more time for her.
Yeah, actually-
not very lame. You
Actually-
can change all the like she
Change
watching
all
like
the
Squid Game
episode.
episode 2, right? You change to episode 1.
Go season 1.
Then you like change to like 13 minutes. Then she don't know where. Then she need to start.
Then she
Okay,
cannot find where she stopped.
Yeah, correct. Then
Actually
right,
good.
all the continue watching, right, you go put all the like dirty show. Maybe the boyfriend like,
Then the algorithm change.
correct. This sound more fun. Yeah, then every day, right, you can also like search what show to watch.
Yes.
You know, birds, 2 stone kill.
Kill
But no
2 birds with 1 stone.
Correct.
In fact, just use her account to watch to fuck up her. Just use her.
Correct.
Just use her.
Yeah, then if you don't inconvenient, ayo. Next time you want to do, you ask us first. We have better solutions. S tier.
Supposed to be comedic, but okay. Wait, this one is.
No.
This one I give a D.
Oh, this one is very bad.
F.
F ah.
E bar, E, E, E bar.
Fail because it inconvenience her.
Right, yeah, okay.
You put in more effort than the damage caused.
This is my A. So, when I was in poly, I had a FWB. He told his friends that I smell like fish down there. So I called my guy friend who's always going fishing.
Wait, what? Okay.
And I asked if he can catch one alive and give it to me. I kept it for days in a plastic bag out in SG's hot weather. It started developing the tiny white worms, the type you see in raw fish when not cooked thoroughly and left out in warm temperature. So the day came, I call him up and tell him I want to come over. When he goes to the bathroom before sex, I threw the fish with the tiny worms all over his pillow. He blocked me everywhere. I'm probably known to his friends for being a fishy psycho bitch. But that's what you get for spreading a lie like that. What happens in the room should stay in the room, don't you think?
Yeah.
So she never denied she got smelly.
No, she
fishy-
say how can you lie like that?
Yeah.
Means she don't have. She don't.
Oh yeah. I don't like when like
Kiss and tell.
yeah. I think it's something very personal and
Yeah.
it's something that like
Intimate. It's supposed to be
yeah.
intimate.
And like if I don't tell you,
Yeah.
then you cannot fix one. If I tell you, I think it's a very common issue, very common I don't know, health issue.
Yeah.
That like you just need to fix very easily. Like maybe take medicine or some kind of supplement.
It's true if it's your girlfriend, but this one's FWB. It feels like there's no relationship. I just fuck you and you go.
But still, 你们是 friends. Right, F stand for friend.
Yeah.
We were friends before the benefit.
But still, yeah, friend. But I will tell you, hey, this kind of thing I would rather tell my friend, you know, because
Right.
like girlfriend,
true.
you scared the
Yeah.
girlfriend scold you, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, I agree with you lah. It's what stays in the room should stay in the room.
Yeah.
So the revenge is appropriate.
I'll give you an A lah. Really.
Give me an A,
It's a bit
Really?
crazy.
It's quite crazy, yeah.
Quite crazy.
This is a
bit
lot
of
of effort also. 你要去
Yeah.
晒那个鱼。
Yes, yeah.
The fish is not bought from the market, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's not caught one,
Yeah, you can buy it from the market, what?
You can buy from the
No, I
market.
think she
Don't
want
spend money.
she want the extra Yeah.
Try the fresh one.
Yeah.
Right, right.
But I cannot imagine how she take the Grab over. The taxi confirm can smell one, what? The Grab is not confirm.
Tupperware lor, then
Like aluminium, like food,
Yeah.
What the effort though? I will do quite similar. However, right, I won't throw the fish everywhere. I will hide it right in a corner that he cannot find. Or I might cut the fish in several parts, right, and put it everywhere in the house. Everywhere in the house.
With
So,
the maggot.
yeah. So if he find one or two, right, he still have to find the rest.
I have to give it an A also.
I'll give you an A.
I
lah.
think if she chopped it up, then it's an S.
The
Like what
one
you
lah,
said,
the one
yeah.
lah. That's how I will
Yeah, that one is
classify it lah.
crazy.
Okay, next story is by FY. And she says, it's been almost 10 years, but this is still one of my pettiest victories till today. I was 26 then and left my abusive ex almost overnight after 4 years together. One day I just packed my things and moved back with my parents. A few weeks later, I received an email, a confirmation for some PlayStation game. I thought it was a scam because I don't have PlayStation until it hit me. He used my email address for his account. At the bottom of the mail was something along the lines of, "This wasn't you, click here." For sure I did. So it blocked everything that had to do with that account. Although I blocked my ex, I kind of got a hint that he was not amused at all when one of his bros wrote me a really nice message saying that everything he ever bought, which was a lot, is gone. And all his progress in any game got deleted. And he would need to verify his ID with PlayStation in order to get a new account. And what a terrible, terrible person I am. I still smile every day I think about it. Is this something that makes a man crash out? I think it's a solid revenge. Lol.
Depending on the guy, if the guy always like to go back to play the same few games, right, then yeah, the progress loss might be quite significant.
I think this one depends because like I saw this online. There was I think it's a FIFA player.
Yeah.
And his career based on the game, and then the
career?
Yeah, his career.
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
then the girlfriend got jealous and destroyed the PS.
Okay, the one that
Oh, I think I saw also.
Yeah, very big, very, very big. Then the guy lost all his money overnight.
Yeah.
And then the girl like not even apologetic.
I saw before.
Yeah,
I saw before.
that would be crazy.
The one robot.
Yeah, so it really depends because for me, right, I play game also, and I, for example, Dota, I spend a lot of money on cosmetics.
the skin and all
Yeah,
that.
so if I lose all of that, right, I would be very upset. I spent $100 over
You'll
dollars.
kiss it.
There were also games where there's safe progress. For example, FIFA. Oh, FIFA, I spent a lot. It's like buying like players and everything. And if you lose that overnight, right, I'll be so upset I have to restart.
Those that cannot be bought with money, one that's more like it's like
Yeah.
your progress and everything that cannot be bought.
Yeah,
Like imagine you play
Right.
Pokemon and then you caught this
Yeah.
very rare Pokemon with 0.00001% chance.
yeah.
Then she
Your
delete her
account get
account.
deleted.
I will.
She's here.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'm very
Sentimental.
emotional to my things. There was this once, right? So I bought this Steelix statue from him. It cost $800.
Wow.
Okay.
Fucking heavy one. But I'm a big fan of Steelix, so I bought. Then you know the cabinet I have?
yeah.
The one you do for
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
I want to put there. It was so fucking heavy.
Yeah.
I asked my girlfriend, hey, help me Then she like, okay, coming. Then I hit because the cabinet very small, I hit right, the wing broke. Then I cried.
How? You sit down on the spot and cry.
I cried. Then I scold. You come earlier, I won't break the wing Why you like help me? Then like she sayang me, right? Okay, fuck lah. But it was just a small wing. It wasn't the whole thing break. I can glue back one lah. But I just bought it. But if it's me, I won't break up. The next 10 years, you're gonna pay back for it.
Right. You will always take this incident to.
You
Yeah.
always make her remember this.
Okay.
Like so, like for example, like the next time I do something right, this is the Steelix card lah.
Ah.
This for that Steelix card. Still got 10 more.
Let's say you all break up. Then she cut your card.
Siao, I confirm destroy her one lah.
Like how you destroy?
destroy?
What, when you say destroy her, I don't know what it means. Like you destroy her in bed or you destroy her what?
Wow, I put online.
You were.
Yeah, make her
You
pay back.
train her. You will train her.
But also must have contact.
Okay.
Like what I do wrong. If I do something wrong, right, I can't post a live.
Just a mutual breakup. Just like 合不来
then won't lah. What she want to do something?
But what if she
Yeah, what if she do?
If you break my teeth, you have to pay what? That's the bare minimum.
But some things got sentimental values on what.
Hello.
Like even if you
your
buy
very
it, it's
first
not the
card.
same already, you know. Then how?
I cannot do anything.
I also
I
cannot
only
do
can make her
anything
pay for it. We break up already.
Then as such, right, when I see that, okay lah, this one not very damaging lah.
I think this kind of thing, right, for guys like us that play game collect things
Yeah.
it's very sentimental.
I must tell the girls to respect.
Yeah,
Guys,
really must
this one
respect,
can mean something.
Yeah.
Really can mean something.
Like I think a lot of girls out there, right? They don't know the importance of playing games. Yo, so kenal one. Yo, call kenal one.
Why the game more better than me? Why you play the game so long?
You know, but it's different.
For guys, it's not about the fun. It's an escape for us because let's say we got a lot of work problem, money problem, a lot of these things, right, that's bogging us, right, and we cannot sleep at night and we just overthink. Sometimes the game is just for us to escape.
Wrong!
Okay, sure.
From a girl point of view, will say this.
Okay, but for a guy, yes, right.
For a guy, correct.
Okay, but for a girl,
I act like a girl.
Okay.
I thought you're a girl.
Wrong! Why you cannot use me as escape? I'm not important, is it?
No, you are the source of my problem.
Break up already. Then you gone already.
You all got this problem where your boyfriend or husband or
Actually,
what
yes.
play a lot of games?
Have lah, everybody
The
have
moment he
one.
come back home, right? After that, he just really play FIFA. Then sometimes I get damn annoyed.
Oh, but you're at home together lah.
Yeah, we are at home
Okay,
together,
is
but
that-
we're just doing separate things. Then he will just keep playing FIFA. Then he play them long. Then he just don't care about me. Then sometimes when I like them dulan, right, then I got take the controller. Then I go and hide it somewhere. Then got one time I go and take the whole console. I go and hide it somewhere. Then he cannot find when he come back home. Then he asks where is it. I'm like I don't know. I think the maid keeps somewhere.
Use a helper.
You shelper.
What is so bad about your husband or boyfriend playing game?
No, because right, to them, right, we like spend so long on the game.
Because my ex used to game also, then I will like a bit unhappy.
Really?
He plays CS, so it's like one.
CS, 30
It's like 1
minutes.
hour.
Yeah, you so you all stay together, right? 你可以做你这东西，给他做他自己的东西啊。
Yeah, but if you play for too long, then
What is too long to you?
Yeah, what is too long?
3 minutes.
no, like okay,
Half- your half time, right, must go
unreasonable.
to-
I think like 1 hour.
1 hour. 1 hour of loading screen time. 1 hour is ridiculous.
If
I
FIFA,
work 10 hours, come back. 1 hour, 3 hours.
Wait, if FIFA is 15 minutes per match, 1 hour you can play quite a lot.
And then 45 minutes, I start one game,
Right.
then I lose the game.
Right.
Yeah.
I cannot play, right? I will think about it the whole night. Yeah.
That's
Really?
him. No, if you want to end,
That's
you
not
need to
him.
win.
That's every guy.
That's every
like
guy.
nowadays, I play Dota with my friends. We tell ourselves, we cannot end with a lose. That's why we play until 3-4 years.
Would you prefer your boyfriend or husband stay at home play game or go out some deal?
Okay lah, play
Play
game.
game.
Alah, then leave them alone. What's so bad about it? Honestly, what's so bad about it? I don't know
No,
lah.
how about they spend time with us first,
Then
then
go play
they go
game.
and play like when I sleep or something.
But the game is fresh and constantly updating. No, old news.
No,
already.
no, hey. Whoa, what can I say that? Hey, this one say what ah? I don't
So you think Cheryl- Yeah.
She
My
not fresh
girlfriend
already.
sleep at 12 a.m.
Ah.
How do you start at play at 12 a.m.?
Okay, what?
Then my friends, how? My friends wait for me.
So you're saying your friend is more important than your girlfriend?
Oh, you're liar. Liar.
Hey, what? Very similar, this scene. Yeah, so like if she sleep late, then I cannot play lor. I mean, I have this, for me, right, in my case, I compromise. Yeah, it's all about compromisation. Like, at the end of the day, you must work out something that
Yeah.
works for both you and your partner.
Yeah. I think it's a very common argument
Very common. Lah.
between
Very
couple.
common.
Every couple.
Yeah, but I also hope that girls out there will understand that this one means a lot to a lot of guys. Yeah, so for this person, I think your revenge is a C for me.
I would
Okay,
say
maybe D for us, but maybe C for them because
Yeah,
they are
because
guys.
yeah, to us games is not that important.
Yeah, it's like just download, buy back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just live without.
Yeah.
It's C for me because as someone that play game, right, I will be affected for a while, but it doesn't affect my life. So today is all about petty revenge.
yeah.
What's your biggest takeaway from today's episode?
Girls are vicious. Very scary. 不要 offend 一个女孩子。
Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's my takeaway.
How about you guys?
I feel like girls more creative when it comes to revenge.
Guys, revenge right is convenience.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just on the way.
Like, 我看到 like
On the way,
Yeah,
lor.
but I think the girls in this story, like they think damn long.
Yeah.
They plot the entire revenge, then they execute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girls are scheming law. You don't offend a girl.
Yeah.
Don't
If you offend a girl, just apologize.
Okay. It's always our fault. It's always our fault. We already established.
Okay.
永远是我们的错。Go back, throw your PlayStation away.
No. I hide before she hide.
You just don't hide at the bed. That one too easy.
So that's where you hide.
Yeah, that's where I hide.
I think for me is that I realized all this also happened way back. when
When you were young
Yeah.
Right, it's either 10 years ago or when you're in poly or when you're in secondary school. I feel like right, this kind of thing it builds you as a person. It builds you because
It gives
like,
you a story to share lah.
yeah, this kind of thing. Next time when my grandkid, I can tell this kind of story.
That you
you
pee
pee
and
the
other people
bottle.
water.
Yeah,
But that doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do.
correct.
It's not.
I'm
Yeah.
not promoting like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I got away from this right today is based on all the stories. There's tier S all the way to tier M.
Yeah.
For our revenge. right? When you want to do revenge, go towards the tier M one. Those are the ones where you can tell the story.
Yeah.
For the shitty and pink one, right, we a bit taken aback.
yeah.
It's a bit too much.
Yeah.
Huh? But things like you go hack your ex-boyfriend's Netflix account, and then go and jumble up all the episodes. This kind of thing is
okay.
This is okay. This is something fun. There's a story to tell. Then this kind of thing, honestly, it gives you joy lah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take much from the person,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So this kind of thing is okay and a good story.
Okay, so let us know what you want us to talk about in the next episode. And as always, remember to follow all our socials. Follow Jodie on her socials and click here for more. Click here to what and cut the bloopers.
Let's just say the shampoo was just one of many.
yeah.
And they like showering together.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's
Until they now work together, sit beside opposite each other. So.
a bonding activity.